Yeah.
All right, I am completing the Taylor polynomial of the function f of x 1 divided by square root of 1 plus x, centered at 0 for n equals 0, 1, and 2. This is my Taylor polynomial function, and what I've decided to do is make a chart for myself to learn it better for myself, not to plug it all into the formula. I actually made a table myself. So I have my headings for each separate entity that the function or formula calls for. I put that as my heading, and then I plugged in what the n equals, which is 0, 1, and 2. And I put my function f of x, and I don't take the derivative of the first number. And then I do the derivatives, the first and second derivatives of my function, which is what I have here. All right, so to continue this process, I'm going to plug in my center, which is 0 for f of x. So when I plug in 0 for f of x for here, I get 1. And if I plug in f of x for 0 here, I get negative 1/2. And then this one will be 3. Then I would take my, when I place my 0 in for my function, I divide that by my factorials, which are already factored out down here. So I would take this divided by my factorial. So that'll be 1 divided by 1, which is 1. And then 3 divided by 2, which is 3 over 2. Okay? Then I add this, just like this part here. I add this with my x minus a. And so I take that, which will be 1x minus a, and that's to the 0 power. I'm sorry, this should be 0. To the first power. And that should be to the second power. All right, then as I put this last column together, it would create my polynomial for this function. So anything to the 0 power would be 1. And then that's minus 1/2 x. And then plus 3 over 2 x squared. And this would be my polynomial for this series. Okay, so now I'm going to graph sketch a graph for the polynomial that I created and for the function. All right, so the function, this is 1, the function goes something like this. And then the polynomial is something like this. So this would be the polynomial, and this would be the function. All right, next I'm going to compute using P2 to approximate y divided by square root of 1.08. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to set my function to equal the approximation, which is all right, and then I'm going to solve for x. So in this case, my f of x is going to be 0.08. Then I'm going to plug this into my polynomial here, and that is going to be and when I do that, I get an approximation of 0.97. Okay. Then after I calculate my approximation, now I'm going to compute the absolute value in the approximation and using the exact value given by the calculator. All right, so I'm finding the absolute value of the function minus the approximation that I did. And that would be and that will be 0.08. And that's my answer.